Hello everyone, I'm Alyssa Arvi Amalia, and in this session, I want to tell about bullying. Telling about bullying, I will discuss the many problems or behavior bullying. The cases of bullying are commonplace in the South Korean country, but I don't think it's just South Korean. In fact, the whole country, even our own country, Indonesia, has many cases about bullying. If any of you don't know what a bullying is, I will explain in easy language. So, bullying is an act of abuse of power aimed at hurting others in physical, psychological, or verbal from that cause the victims to feel pain, depressions, or disappear frequently. Usually, a perpetrator is someone who feels a higher and more powerful position than the victims. And for example, when I was in elementary schools, there was an incident where a group of boys in my school and in my class verbally bullied a boy, and they abused him physically. Why is he being bullied? What caused him to be bullied? It turned out that the boy was being bullied for being whiny and courtly, so that a group of boys couldn't stand him and began teasing him until he physically harassed him. We we all in this class just stay silent without taking action for fear of being threatened by a group of boys. So we didn't report to anyone about the incidents. From the story above, sorry as a parents, now that more of their children are victims of bullying, which is certainly not fun. Our words about being the objects of bullying must have crossed our minds. The most important things we have to do to take care of ourselves is not to respond to the bullying we receive. Because if we serve it, we be able to change our problems and could make us hurt. So, in this opportunity, I will share some strategies on and how to protect yourself and be strong when facing bullying situations. So, for the first is stay away from negative environments. The first and simple steps you can take is to stay away from the negative environments around you. If you are in an environment of a friend who always insult you physically or verbally, you should immediately withdraw as far as possible. Find a new, more positive group of friends as much possible includes yourself in the group and always go out with them, especially in hotspots where bullying is often the case at schools. Because bullies are more targeting someone who often walks alone and individually. For the second step is be confident. One surefire trick to prevent bullying is to walk upright, be confident, and look down. With the posture and body language. With this posture and body language, bullies will be reluctant and approach you. Show that you are a person who is assertive, has a purpose, and always make eye contact with the people around you. This attitude reflects that you have self-respect and aren't easy to beat. Conversely, if you bend over or look away, it will make you appear weak, cowardly, and easily targeted as victims. For number three is be wise in social media. Beware of thumbs ups, up and a finger on social media. Don't get charged bad by the noisy mouth or of today's is irresponsibility netizens. Because one of the biggest causes of bullying come from excessively playing social media. Realizing it, you have comments on your friend's social media account and made him offend or joke too much, which made other people hurt and eventually hurt you. We recommend that we recommend that you fill your social media accounts with posts that motivate or inspire others to do good and behave positively. Number 4 is use a lot, fuss, or yell. If at any time you experience bullying from friends or environment around you, use a strong, firm, confident voice to defuse the situations and fight them. Often bullies seek out weak and time targets. They code with a loud and strong sounds until they retreat orderly. But if it doesn't work, shout and screams as loud you can to attract attention from people around you so you can get help quickly. Don't be quiet. Surrender and look down because the perpetrator will press and oppress you even more. This tactic can also be used when someone is attacked by a stranger or a kidnapper. Number 5 is learn martial science. Martial arts doesn't only apply to men. Women need even more to protect themselves. For example, learning taekwondo, boxing, or whatever from an early age. This is not only needed to protect yourself, but also to control yourself and foster self-confidence. If you are faced with a bullying situations, you shouldn't panic yet. Deal with in the calm and confident manner before physically bullying occurs. There are several self-defense techniques that you can use to protect yourself and attack. For example, techniques to block punch, throw back the perpetrator, the techniques of grasping, the perpetrator fingers through the worst, techniques to free out oneself when held, and techniques to defend themselves from the group attacks. All of these strategies can be learned in a martial art class. For the final step is as teacher and parents to closer control bullying that occurs in the school. Environment is mostly without the knowledge of teachers, homeroom teachers, and parents. If you feel something uncomfortable, it's better to ask the teacher, homeroom teacher, or parents to tighten and increase supervisions at school and outside of school. This bullying can be quickly resolved and avoided. If bullying has already occurred, report it to the nearest authorities from the locations. For example, if bullying occurs at school or campus, report it immediately to the counseling teachers, homeroom teachers, principal, lecturer, school supervisor, or local security guard. Never be afraid to ask anyone for help wherever you are. And if any of our friends are victim of a bullying, we must also take actions by reporting the incident to the school. For the beginning, bullying can cause the victim not only physically and mentally, but even his future can be threatened. Because nothing we do to the others can have either a positive or a negative effect. If I want to know what I was doing, I could have a positive effect that will be good to people instead of bad. Bullying can be eliminated, and certainly disappearing requires the cooperation of various parties, especially for children who are in the protection of certain institutions. Therefore, my advice is that we need a good collaboration from a wide range of people, ranging from parents, schools, and communities like youth organizations, religious organizations, educational institutions, so that we can become role models that provide both directions and select which positive activities to develop and which negative and obligatory activities are eliminated in order to reduce the cause and effect of bullying. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you for attention.